Everyone, welcome to the video today. So we're going to go over how to get your ad account back, how to get your profile back, and make sure it pretty much never happens again. Now, personally, I've gone through this issue myself multiple times, and I've helped many different clients kind of overcome this issue of getting banned and getting your profile banned, which is pretty much the worst one because that means you need an entire new profile, new IP address, you need a new pretty much everything, even a new Wi-Fi and a new laptop. And I'm gonna go over a few ways that you can get it back pretty much guaranteed without Facebook knowing it's you. Now, obviously at the high level, you can just decide that you don't want to work with Facebook anymore and you want to just go to like YouTube or TikTok, which is fine. But even like on TikTok, you can get banned as well. And I've heard even on YouTube, people get banned too. So either way, you need to have some kind of measures and some strategies in place to make sure that you don't get banned. Because let's say you're spending 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month on ads, and you're making back 100K, 200K, even if you're just making 50K a month, that's a lot of money you're losing by not having those ads in place and running when you could have just had them running. But now you're not having them running because you got banned and you don't know how to get it back. So we're going to go over a few ways. So personally, I got banned myself, my whole profile, my entire business manager, my clients have had the same issue. And I'm gonna go over a few things that you want to look at. So the first step I typically look at is like the actual text, because Facebook algorithm, it has like an AI built into it that actually analyzes the text within your copy, within your landing page. So those are the first things we want to look at. So on your landing page, first thing you want to have, you make sure you have terms of service, make sure you have privacy policy, and make sure you have the line, the endorsement that says that, you're not part of Facebook, this is not on my Facebook. And there's many examples you can find online of how to put that at the bottom of your website. That's like the first thing I look at. And then it's a general text. So it's your ad copy. What do you say in your ads, or what do you say on your landing page? And by the way, before we get into all the strategies, we cover all this in our new mastermind program. So we have like everything end to end, where I explain, and I even have scripts and even exact words to use and exact words to not use, and exactly what you should put every step of the way. So if you want the full package, you can just check out the link below on how to get that. But I will continue now to explain, kind of give you a broad overview of how things work. So in terms of the wording, you don't want to make any money claims. You never want to say the word Facebook or Instagram, because if you say Facebook or Instagram, they will think that you kind of impersonate them, and you will literally get ad rejected immediately if you use the word Facebook, Instagram, or any of their company trademarks. So if you use Meta or Facebook, Instagram, they will pick up on it. Even if you say in a video, they'll pick up in it straight away. And text is even easier, and you will get rejected, potentially banned. The biggest one that usually gets people banned is, so another way you can get banned is by using claims of money. So claiming large amounts of money, like in specific time frames. So you never want to say you can make $10,000 a month in the next 30 days. But what you can say, which is I recommend, is I'll show you how we make $10,000 in 30 days. So you never want to say you, because the moment you use you open yourself up to all kinds of problems. So you never want to use the word you, always use the word we. That's what works best. And you never want to have, ideally, you don't want to use timeframes. But if you timeframes, that means you're promising results in X weeks. And I think everyone knows by now, it is impossible to guarantee it. And Facebook knows this. So if they see you doing it, they'll probably come for you. Unless you word it very specifically, it is very risky. I recommend just not doing it and just phrasing it in a different way. So once again, using the word you too much, even in general, are you skinny? Do you have skincare problems? Do you want to make 50 grand a month? It's very direct. Facebook doesn't like it. Even in person, you wouldn't. It's a very direct way of marketing. So you don't want to use that too much. And then you don't want to use the word used by Facebook. There's also, once again, this is what we have in the program, is like the actual list of words that you want to use. It's all like the negative words, and I don't want to say in the video because YouTube might pick up on it, but like stuff like just very negative words, like related to like weaponry or like terrorism and stuff like that. You don't want to use any of those words, even if you mean it like a good way. Do not use them. Facebook will flag your ad as negative, and it'll go for manual review, and bad stuff happens. So that's on the ad side. On the landing page, the same things. Don't have anything that autoplays. Don't use similar words. People think the landing page is like, no, Facebook doesn't look at it. Facebook 100% checks your landing page. They have bots and whatnot that check all the text to make sure that you're compliant. Secondly, your domain name. So in your domain name, especially and this doesn't affect everyone, but it does affect a good amount of people. And what you want to have is, you want to have like a subdomain that you run ads to. Now you don't, and you want to make sure your domain doesn't redirect. So it has to be like, if you look at my domain name in my funnel, it's go.leaper.com. It's not just leaper.com. Now I do have leaper.com as well, but when you run ads, ideally use a subdomain. You can use the main one, but if you use something like ClickFunnels and a lot of these platforms, they redirect a lot of the URL to something else. So it might go from one URL to the other one, and Facebook doesn't like that. So if you keep seeing that, you're getting into issues. And once again, this doesn't affect everyone because it depends on which hosting provider you use. So you have to check yourself. When you type in your website, like john.whatever.com/XYZ, when you type it in, does it stay XYZ or does it change to some long thing? Because if it does that, that's an issue. Facebook doesn't like that, because affiliate marketers do this to kind of bypass the system. They'll go from one line page to another, and it changes the thing. And Facebook picks up on that. So it's going to think you're an affiliate marketer and it's going to ban you. So don't have that. And there's more stuff to do. So when you pay Facebook ads, make sure you try to pay on time every single time. That's a huge part as well. And then when it comes to like spending, you also make sure you kind of build your spend up. You never want to go from day one, $0, day two, $1,000. It's very risky. You look like a scammer. You look like a hacker or something. So just build your way up slowly. You know, $10 a day, 50, 100, keep $100 for like a month, 200, 300. Just build your way up slowly, and make sure you pay Facebook back on time all the time, so that they know you are trustworthy. Now, if you've been banned, what should you do? So let's say because I mentioned some of the things that you can do to prevent it, but what can you actually do to get back up? And we have a whole system and process for that that we use. So to get back up, you're going to need, especially if your profile has been banned, you're going to need a brand new profile. So I know it sounds crazy, but you actually do need a brand new profile. And this is something we provide to our clients, which is we will literally give you a whole profile that's already pre-made, and it already has like messages and friends, and it's been there for like years, and it looks legit, and it's on the system that has its own private proxy address. It has its own everything. So it's like, it works. So you go in there, you log in, and it goes through an IP address, it goes into the profile, and then you can do everything through it, and Facebook will never know it's you. Now, this is what you get to clients if you're not planning to join or anything. You can try to do it for free. You can attempt, because once again, the way we give it, it's all already pre-made. We have like a team that makes it, because it's quite difficult. It's not an easy thing to do. But if you want to try and do it yourself, which may or may not work, but essentially you can use softwares like multi-login, which is the one we use, or Go Login, which is a cheaper version, and they can do the same thing. So you can try and make it a new profile on there, and buying a residential IP address and attempting to pretty much run it like that. So that's one way to do. But if you spend a lot on ads, I think it's worthwhile to get in contact with us for us to give you the system, which is already pre-made. Even I don't make it myself. We have a supplier that does it, so it's not even me that makes it, and it works 100% guaranteed. But essentially, at this root level, it's a new IP address which you can buy, residential IP address. We're using the software multi-login or Go Login. It has a profile. It's already fully built out. Like everything has posts, friends, pictures, hundreds of messages. So it's been there for years. And that's another thing. Another thing which your profile may not have, which was ours do, which is like, it has 5 years of history, right? It's been living on Facebook for 5 years. So when Facebook sees, a profile that's been running for 5 years, run ads, they have no issue with this. But when your profile that you make today, which is brand new from today, run ads in a few days from now, it can work, but it definitely looks a little bit, it can definitely, trigger some stuff. So that's the other downside, is you want to use a profile that's been around for a long time. So you could technically find a family member or a friend or someone and use their profile if they let you. But once again, you do put them at risk. And if you're running a business, I don't know if you really want to do that, but you could technically do that. Take one of your friends' ones, but you do kind of put those at risk a bit. I mean, I guess worst case is they won't be able to ever run ads. So if they don't care about ever running ads, maybe it's fine. But if they do, or they just don't want to risk getting completely shut down, then it's not ideal. The other option is to use an agency account. So when you use an agency account, what you can essentially do is, let me just put this charge. All right, so laptop is on charge. Everything is running fine. All right. So the other option is to run an agency account. Now, agency account is very expensive. It gets more expensive simply because every agency account, every agency provider, they take a percentage of your ad spend, and it's all on their systems. So it means you don't really own anything. And usually the way it works is, you pay them like up to 20% a month of your ad spend for them to run it all for you. So that's another option. Is it the best one? Absolutely not. But it is something you can do. You can pay an agency. Like I have a client right now who's paying an agency like $6,000 a month, which is ridiculous. Just to use their ad account, nothing else. Like my company is still managing their ads for them, but just to use their ad account, they're paying like $6,000 a month. So it can be very, very pricey. And that's why I recommend the first option better, because you do actually own the whole system yourself, which is very good. One more thing I should mention, when you go with the new process, if you do decide to go make a new profile by yourself, or if you decide to use one of our systems, is you don't want to make the same mistakes again. So if you realistically look at your business and the ads that you ran, if you run an ad that was clearly against the rules and you're going to run it again using a perfect system that like the ones that we have, you're just going to get banned again. And even if you try yourself and you run the same stuff, you're going to get banned again. So the best thing to do always is to figure out the root issue of why you got banned and make sure you don't do that again. Otherwise, you're just going to get banned again and you're going to be a step one again. Like I've seen many people do that over and over again. It's quite ridiculous. They will set up a new account, do the same thing again, and get banned. And they think they have to keep opening new ones, when in reality, they're just making mistakes at the root level. And some of the other issues could be like the IP address that you use. And like with the software like multi-login, it even masks, even pretends to be a whole computer on its own. So it's able to tell Facebook that, oh, we're running from a HP or a Windows laptop in Nigeria, versus if you are in Canada, right? Like it can actually mask you as a completely different person. So that's the other thing with, so that's the other thing. And then the credit card. If you can use, you may have to use another card. Now, if you use most banking solutions nowadays, you can get a virtual credit card like Revolut, Monzo. It's pretty easy to get. Even Stripe offers virtual credit cards now as well. If your offer was very bad and you got completely shut down and you figured out the solution of why it happened, then, and you know why, and you're not going to do it again, but you got completely shut down, I recommend even doing a new domain name and a new page and a new card. Simply because Facebook is just going to be like, oh, it's the same person. Let's just ban them immediately without any kind of checking. So I recommend getting a new card, a new Facebook page entirely, get the page of 5,000 likes, and a new domain name. So just get a new domain name entirely and use that instead and have the same funnel. So that's going to be like the safest way to do it. And once again, you can just ignore everything and just decide that you want to go to Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. But even on those platforms, you can get banned as well. So I always recommend you read the rules to find out what the rules are, how you can, make sure you don't break the rules, because that's usually why people get banned. Is they just like, even for most of my clients, the ones that work with me anyway, 95% of them just don't get banned because they run everything correctly, and we triple check everything. It's usually people that come to me, they're being banned beforehand, and it's usually because they didn't really follow the rules of the platform. So once again, if you're making 50, 100K a month, it's probably costing you a lot of money to not run ads, because you could be running them And if you had a system to do it, you'd be able to do pretty well. But yeah, I hope that helps. So essentially, just as a summary, the text that you use has to be compliant. The landing page has to be compliant. If you've been tagged by Facebook as someone that's been banned and they don't like, you're going to have to make everything again new. So new card, new page, new domain name, all of that. And that's going to be like the only way for you to really run ads again. And that's all I have so far. Also, like I said, if you want the whole system, if you want us to give you the whole system, especially for this, to you and coach you through the process and pretty much have everything given to you 7 days max, then check the link below. You can apply and we can work something out. And this is only for business owners that already been running ads and yeah, not serious about running ads, continue to run ads. So if you're just spending like $100 a month. Also, if you're in e-com, this is not for you as well. This is only for people in the coaching consulting space. So if you're in e-commerce, we're not offering this. We're only offering this for coaching and consulting businesses. So if you're interested in that, we have a whole system we can help you with. And that's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments, and I'll see you soon.